Foals, Everything Not Saved Will Be Lost Part 1. Yeah, I like this. I'm not currently able to record reviews where I normally do, and I wanna just do a review anyway, so I'm gonna just do it like this, motherfucker. I think this album right here, this one, the one you're looking at, the one that Foals just dropped, the latest release from UK dance punk indie rock band Foals, the 5th studio album from Foals, the one on fucking screen, is good. I think it offers essentially everything you'd want musically from a dance punky, math rocky, indie rock pop type album, you know? I think it delivers on those grooves. I think the vocal performances are animated. I think the lyrics are well written enough. Some nice themes about literally just being lost and figuring out who you are and feeling trapped and realizing that a lot of what happens in the world is completely not in your control in any way whatsoever. Songs like The Closer, On the Luna, Sunday, and Exits had some pretty thought-provoking themes going on, so I wasn't really too mad at what was happening lyrically, even if the writing isn't necessarily the most poignant or compelling thing in the world. Some decent writing on this thing for sure. I'll give it credit where it's due. But it's mainly just the instrumentals. They're pretty detailed, they're pretty dynamic, they're really groovy, the hooks are really explosive. You know, I think musically you're getting pretty much everything you'd really want from an album like this. The only thing it's really missing is a personality. I don't really think there's much of a distinct character to this album, eh? It's not really got much identity, you know? A bit faceless, and I think that's going to be the make or break deal with this. I think you can respond to this album in one of two ways. You got option A, just appreciate it for what it is, just embrace those grooves, belt out those choruses, have fun, and don't really complain that it's not really giving you any sort of major artistic approach or goal or message that's really gonna blow your mind. It's just straightforward, blunt, to the point, and harmless. And it's not really pushing what Foals do into any new territory. I think albums like Antidotes and Holy Fire both pull this album off better. This album is kind of like a B-Tech version of those, really. That's the first option A. Option B is you'd find it very bland and very boring, and again, just kind of faceless. And like, it's not really reinventing the wheel, it's not really making any effort to reinvent the wheel, so why should I bother? It's just whatever. You can get this anywhere else. You can get this with other albums, and they do it way more interestingly. You know, this album's not really got much personality, you know? And I think both of those perspectives are totally fair. They're totally understandable. I personally have leaned towards the good side, the right side of history. Tracks I enjoy on this thing include Weird Onions. I think that track is the most explosive one here. It's a total fucking banger, the way it just blasts on with that lead guitar line, those plucked guitars. Oh dude, the plucked guitar melodies and shit all over this album are fucking gold. Holy god. Like on the hook to In Degrees especially. Jesus Christ. But yeah, Weird Onions just kicks off like fucking fireworks right out the gate, and the way those plucked guitars get kind of accompanied by that like crunchy, like roaring electric guitar lead. That shit's fucking ill. The shouted vocals have so much charisma and energy to them. I think it's just a nice, tight, skin, to the point, 3-minute long, just fucking banger. A definite highlight for me. I also showed this track to my little sister, and she has some thoughts as well. Alright, Lila, what did you think of Foals?
I think it was very fun to dance to. No.
Yeah!
I know that.
New Degrees is dripping in a New Order influence, which is, you know, never a bad thing. We all love New Order. You better fucking love New Order. And I gotta commend Foals for making some pretty lengthy tracks here, like Sunday and Exits and New Degrees. Like these tracks, they're pretty sprawling songs. They're pretty big, you know, they're pretty dynamic. I think, and they don't really play it safe and repeat the same hook a whole bunch of times to stretch it out to 5 minutes. Like the song Exits in particular actually has a really interesting second half where the instrumental really flourishes pretty bombastically and becomes pretty ambitious. And the track Sunday, in my opinion, this track, whilst again it is quite dynamic and does go into some pretty interesting directions, I gotta be honest, man, that huge climax at the end, I think the production is just a little bit too kind of compressed and a bit too dry to really fully hit home the epic scope of it, at least to me, really. I found it a little bit anticlimactic and like it was shooting for way too much or something, but I still appreciate how detailed and ambitious the song is at its core. The closing track's a pretty simple ballad, a little piano ballad. It's easily probably the safest or laziest track here, and the writing, again, just isn't really that poignant or compelling, or at least not enough to really make a song like this as the closer hit home as effectively as it could do. Right. You see what I'm saying? There's also Cafe to Athens, which is a pretty redundant and repetitive track in my opinion, but I will say the lead marimba melody, it's pretty hypnotic. It's It's kind of cool. The snappy drums on that track too are pretty solid. In fact, the drumming across the board here is pretty sick. The opening track is just kind of a bridge to nowhere, the song Moonlight, and the transition from Moonlight to Exodus is god fucking awful. Holy crap. Surf Part 1 is completely pointless. The use of synths on the Luna definitely set it apart a little bit. That was just one element of the track that I think differentiates it from the other songs quite nicely. And the track Syrups is the most atmospheric cut on this thing. Probably my favorite track, actually. This thing grows on me with every listen, and the way the drums kick in the second half, it gets pretty exciting. Overall, yeah, it's pretty good. I feel it a 7. I quite like it. I'll come back to it. It's pretty short, 39 minutes. It's pretty accessible too. I feel like most anyone could probably get some fun out of this thing. Let me know if this was cool. Bye. Okay. All right. What would you rate it out of 10? If you don't know what that means, just say you don't know what that means.
I have no clue what that means. Granddad asked me that, and I'm like.
Okay, so you know the numbers 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Basically, 10 is like the highest. 1 is like the lowest. So 1, 2, 3 is getting better and better. Like, where would that song be? Like, would it be like a 10, like the best? Would it be like a 9, like still fantastic, not quite the best, but brilliant? Like, would it be like 7, like, or whereabouts would it be?
To about like 8.
8. Okay, you're going 8 out of 10. So you're feeling an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you, Lila. That's a low one.